Hello and welcome to the episode 2 of PyTorch Code Deep Dive. In the last episode I showed how DataLoader is designed in PyTorch. In this episode I will show what happens when iterating over DataLoader with default setup. I will continue with example from episode 1. This time batch size is 8 and there's a loop that iterates over content of DataLoader and prints output to the terminal. Each item returned from DataLoader contains two elements, x and y. X is 4-dimensional tensor and y is 1-dimensional. Size of the first dimension equals batch size. Let's deep dive to see what happens when the loop starts. Firstly, DataLoader has to return iterator over its elements. Since there are no workers defined, single process DataLoader is created. This iterator is created in the same process as DataLoader was created. Iterator is created with DataLoader as parameter and gains access to all of its properties. This iterator actually can operate only when no workers are defined. As a next step, dataset fetcher is created. Since imnist is map dataset, corresponding fetching will be used. Fetcher gets access to dataset and collate function. Let's update diagram with these structures. I will draw arrow between iterator and DataLoader and to show that data is accessible from iterator. Once iterator is created, next is called on each iteration. Iterator starts preparing data by selecting indexes. Indexes are generated by batch sampler. Batch sampler is sampler that returns list of integers, and as such it delegates work to sampler. Let's draw this association. In the next step, sampler is queried for batch size indexes. In this case, 8 integers. With batch of 8 indexes, it's time to get items from the dataset. Mind that fetcher obtains items one by one for the whole batch. At this point, imnist is accessed, and let's notice that target is simply an integer and image is 3-dimensional tensor. This way, list of 8 items is generated, each containing tensor and integer. Eventually, collate is called on this list to obtain a list of 2 items. Collate function is beyond scope of this video. I will get back to it later. As a final result, a list of two tensor elements is returned. The next method is called until iterator returns the last batch. Additionally, let's see how sampler works. In the default setup, sequential sampler is used. And sequential sampler computes the length of the dataset, creates a range that represents all indexes in sequence of appearance. This way, elements are returned in the same order as in the source dataset. In this video, I showed you what happens when DataLoader is iterated. In the next video, I will show how collate function works. If you like this video, make sure to press like button and subscribe. I hope my content will help you creating something great. Thanks for watching.